Moving on to private members' business, motion re An Garda Siochana. I shock to Noel Grealish to move the motion, and thank you for your dramatic entrance.
I wouldn't have a drinking.
If you could move the motion.
I want to introduce this motion to the House this morning, and I want to thank my colleagues for agreeing to move such an important motion and to coach our party administrator for the excellent work in putting this PMB together. And I want to welcome the Senior Minister, the Minister for Justice, Ella McEntee, to the Chamber this morning for our motion. We appreciate that, Minister. Minister, it's a matter of great concern that the Garda workforce is in decline rather than growing in numbers to meet the increasing complex demands being put on the force. This has come about due to a combination of increasing numbers of resignations and age-related retirements, along with a slower than predicted intake into the ranks of the Garda College. Recruitment is not keeping up with the natural wastage or accurately an accelerating reduction in numbers. The numbers have been falling month by month over a considerable period of time. The result is a greater pressure on the Gardaí, who continue to do their best to protect the citizens of this state in the face of huge challenges. It has contributed greatly to a crisis in terms of low morale within the force, and reflected in the recent overwhelming vote of no confidence in the Garda Commissioner by rank and file officers. Ministers, take the Galway Garda Division, for example, where the Chief Superintendent says that he is dealing with a huge shortfall in the manpower, to the extent that he is down 16 sergeants and 35 uniformed Gardaí and what is required to properly police the Galway Division. That is a shortfall of 51 in total. This is at a time of enormous pressure on an already stretched resources, as a result of a well-publicised incidents in Galway City in recent times, which everybody in this House will be well aware of. One city Garda station, Sawtill, has seen its manpower levels fall from 61 at the end of 2017 to just 33 at the moment, which has prompted concerns that it may be substantially downgraded. And I will be seeking a commitment from you, Minister, and the Government and the Commissioner that this will not be further demoted. In the same period of less than 6 years, the combined number of Gardaí of all ranks have dropped by 25% overall in the three city stations of Sawtill, Mill Street and Morrow, a reduction of 70 personnel to today's total of 206. While there are further personnel based at the North Western Regional Headquarters in Morrow, these are largely involved in duties covering a huge Garda region comprising 10 counties in the west, north west and border areas. Elsewhere throughout the Galway Division, we have seen a widespread drop in the Garda manpower levels. Of the 40 stations operating in 2017, a total of 17 stations have seen a fall in numbers. A further 16 have remained at the same levels as they were 6 years ago, but the vast majority of these are stations with a single Garda in place. I am sure Galway is not an exception. There is a serious shortfall nationally that must be addressed urgently. Gardaí are under huge stress and pressure, and unless we give them the support they need, how can we expect them to maintain law and order generally, much less quell the kind of violence we have seen recently in Galway and Dublin city centres and other areas? Minister, will you give the Gardaí the support and the resources that they badly need? Thank you, Minister.